create update. Let's do that one. So to create an update, what did we say we needed? You're gonna need a title and a body, but you're also, I think we gotta add one more. You're also gonna need the product ID. And Simber. Wow, they got Simber in there. That's cool. So yeah, you need the product ID. Otherwise, how do we know where to add this? So we got to have that. Okay, so first thing first, we need to check to make sure that the product ID that you're sending up actually belongs to you before we associate an update to a product ID that you gave us. Otherwise, yeah, it's gonna be the wild, wild west. So we'll just say product. And in fact, we can do all of that. I believe we can do all of that in one query with a nested right, maybe. Maybe not. Let's find out. So we'll say await Prisma dot product dot find unique ID of rec dot body dot product ID. Find unique. Why are you tripping out? Let's see. Dot find unique where. Oh, did I not put where? ID. There we go. Okay. Rec dot body dot ID. Okay, so we got the product. If this doesn't come back, so we can say like if there is no product, right? That means this product does not belong to you. And we're gonna handle errors later. Does not belong to user. So right now we'll just say, if not product, I'm sorry. We'll just be we'll just send something back right now. You know, that says like no. You're not getting nothing back. But if you do have a product, cool, you did send the right product ID. Okay, let's go ahead and create an update now. So now we can say Prisma dot update dot create data, and we know that the product ID is the one you sent us, or product.id, they're both the same. And the other stuff is going to be on rec.body. We can just, honestly, we could probably just spread over rec.body at this point because we trust it. So we could just say, actually, we need it. Yeah, we could just spread over rec.body, I believe. So we could just say rec.body, because rec.body would just have a title, a body, and a product ID, which are all the things that we need for an update. A title, a body, and a product ID. Everything else is optional or defaulted, so we don't have to put anything else there. So we're actually good. So we can just do rec.body, and we can trust it because the validators already looked at it. If we didn't have validators, we probably would not want to do that. Just like throw the body on there blindly, because who knows what's on that body. But because it already got validated at this point, we should be able to trust it, and it should just work. So we got our update. Now we can say res.json data update. As you can see, these start to get more complex when you throw in a relation. Relations are what makes database queries complex. Without relations, everything's just like one query. But as soon as you add relations, it's like, well, hold on. You have to do what's called like a query plan. You literally have to do a query plan of like planning on how you're going to navigate to this data and what's the optimal query, which usually leads to rewriting schemas and indexes. But yeah, it gets complicated when you have tons of relations. You know, that's why there's different types of databases, like graph databases and things like that, to help with problems like that. Do you have a social network that have everyone is a relationship with everyone? Okay, maybe a relational database is probably not the best, because imagine a query for that trying to find a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend. That would be crazy, right? So something like a graph database would probably be better. So, you know, there's pros and cons. Okay, let's update and update. So in order to do that, we need these are optional, pretty much. I guess this one's optional too. I guess we could say that. Optional as well. Pretty much all these are optional, and we don't really need any of it. But we do have this ID here, so let's do that. But we need to make sure that you as a user own that ID. You as a user has a product that you own that has an update with that ID. So we have to find a product who has that update in it. And there's a lot of ways we can do that. We can go from the product side, so let's try that. So we can say product, await, Prisma, product dot find find unique, or actually we want to do like find first, I guess. Find the first product where it belongs to ID is rec.user.id, but then we also want to look inside of its updates to see what's the word? There's a word to look for the array here. We could say updates and then in like that, and then you could put an array here, I believe. But yeah, I don't think this is gonna work because it's not a scholar. It wants the strings. Okay, we'll just do this in JavaScript then for now. So we'll just get the products where you have this. So these will be, let's just say find many now, and these will be products. And then we'll just say, you know, match. First, let's get all the updates. And we can pretty much just copy what we had up here to get all the updates, which is basically like this. I guess we gotta include updates. So we got all the updates, and then we can say, you know, match would be updates dot find an update where update dot id triple equals rec dot params dot id. So then you can say like if there's a match, then res.json, or no, if there's a match, then we can actually do the update that we were trying to do the first place. So I'm just gonna say if not a match, we'll handle this, and you can just do something like res.json message nope, and just return here. But there is a match. Now we can actually do the update, which would be updated update, which would be await Prisma update dot update where ID is rec dot params dot ID and data is rec dot body. Yeah, that was a lot, because yeah, you definitely want the database doing this and not having to do this in JavaScript. It's just, I don't want you guys sitting here watching me trying to figure out the optimal way to do it in Prisma, but I can promise you there's a way to do it here in Prisma. The exact syntax is escaping me. Then we could just say res.json data updated update, and a delete and update.
Question.
Yes.
We will end up fetching a lot of updates, right?
Will we end up fetching a lot of updates? Yeah, you'll end up fetching every single, well, so you'll get the updates here. You'll get every single, oh, I'm sorry, where am I at? Yeah, you'll end up getting every single update for every single product that belongs to this user. Yeah. Right, yeah, it's not optimal. You definitely want to filter, you want to do that here. You want to say only find the products who has an update that is part of rec.params.id. Right, yeah, that's what we want to do. That's what I was looking for on Prisma. But the syntax on exactly how to do it is us doing it in memory, which is usually never good, but we'll keep it moving. Okay. Delete update. I mean, it's very much the same. It's kind of like an update. You just need to make sure that like they own that update before you delete it. Otherwise, they're deleting something else. So the same problem we had here, we would need there. So I'm actually just going to copy this. Pretty much the same thing. And just put it here. So we got to find the products, find the updates. If there's a match, cool. If it's not a match, great. And only then can we say deleted is await prisma.update.delete where ID is rec.params.id. And then you can res.json data delete it. Okay, it's a lot of stuff there. All right, let's just add them to the routes. So we're gonna go to our router and we'll just add them and we'll try to use them and see what happens. So for update, this is get updates. For this one, this is get one update. This next one is update. That one's still so funny. This next one is create update. And this last one is delete update. There we go.